Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner.
Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagner Welding. Wagner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road.
See here. Good evening, everyone. Yeah, there we go. We are getting ready to roll here tonight. Qualifying is ending up here, trying to see what we got going on track. We got Jason Maines out on track. There's Alex Smith, Jordan Tasby. Hopefully SDK cooperates enough for us here tonight. That was giving me a little bit of an issue here a few moments ago. All right, so we're listening here in a little bit to what the race conditions will be. As I try to fix something real fast here, as I noticed it up there in the corner. We've got 20 laps to go here for heat number 1. The grid will be as follows. Kyler Wynn up there in first with Jacob Wilkerson there in second. Logan York there in third. Nathan Harper there fourth. Malik Ray will roll off tonight in fifth. Matthew Baker there in sixth. Sean Corbett in seventh with Christopher there in eighth. Dylan Jones in ninth with Ryan Shrek Ghost there in 10th. Brendan Ruff there in 11th. John Darnell the third there in 12th. In 13th, it's going to be Alex Smith with Ronnie Foster there in 14th. Sean Futrell there in 15th. Justin Hollings there in 16th. Jordan Tasby scrolls off in 17th. Kenny Harris there in 18th. Justin Melicare there in 19th. Joshua McAuliffe there in 20th. Ambrose Knebel there in 21st. That is your starting grid here for heat number 1 this evening as they roll off the starting grid here at the start of this one here tonight, folks. All right, that should help out there. Hopefully it the name should roll across the top of your screen just fine. I know sometimes SDK and heat races don't always get along, but hopefully it will tonight. We're here with the Roughneck Madness Money Race here from Daytona. Heat races are first, then we'll move on to the 100-lap feature. A lot of great looking cars out here tonight, folks, as we get ready for the green flag from Daytona here for the Roughneck Madness Money here tonight. If I heard earlier, first place will go home with at least $480. Second place with $380. Third place with $300. So money on the lines for these folks here tonight as they start here with heat race number 1. I'm going to guess there's 2 heat races because it's 42 drivers, so 2 heat races. Then on to the main feature of 42 cars. And they come around off the front stretch down here in the corner number 1 here in Daytona. Side by side, we got Jacob Wilkerson out there in the 43, up there on the high side. As we got the 22 there of Kyler Wynn down there on the inside. That is the 36 machine. Unless they got them all flip-flopped here on me, but hopefully not. The 02 of Logan York on the scoreboard as he's up there on the high side. Kind of seeing what's in between a couple drivers. He's down there on the inside. Sorry, the 4 of Nathan Harper is up there on the high side. And they roll down here through the front stretch, down here in the corner number 1 once again. Kyler Wynn is your leader out front, and that number 22, Pennzoil Machine, down here in the corner number 1 they go. Side by side they go here through turns 1 and 2. Logan York right at the bumper of Kyler Wynn as they roll down here through turn 2 onto that backstretch. That high line of only 2 cars trying to get something going, trying to catch that side draft as they roll down the backstretch. Heading here into corner number 3. Inside line, all single file. And oh boy, what a move there by the 43 of Jacob Wilkerson to put it down there onto that inside lane as they come down here off of turn 4, back around onto the tri-oval. Side by side back there for about 8th and 9th. About 10th and 11th. Or no, I'm sorry. 8th through 10th is side by side, I believe. No, 7th through 10th, sorry. As you see the 4 of Nathan Harper up there on the high side. Everybody else single file. They roll through here on corner number 2. Out onto the backstretch. Caution is out. Justin Hollings. See what happened here. They were fighting for position down the back front stretch here. You see the 26 of Kenneth Harris right there, getting the 13 a little loose down that front stretch. 13 goes high, tries to hold that line, pinch them down there against that yellow line, and then just ends up getting it loose and beating, banging. There they go. And that'll be your caution. Hollings there is labeled crashed up there in front of the 26 at Kenny Harris. And as Kenny Harris is up there into the outside wall. There you see Matthew Baker out there in fourth. At number 5 machine, 43 of Jacob Wilkerson right there below him. $16 laps to go here in heat number 1. Lights on the pace car. All right, looking here as the lights are still on the pace car. Let's see who we have around here. Kind of see who we have out here on track. Not really seeing much. Everybody else that I'm seeing here is in heat 2. So lights are still on. Hopefully we get green flag racing once again this time. Welcome everybody to the Flinger Farm TV on the pole here tonight from Daytona, as we have the Roughneck Racing Madness Money here tonight. And lights are finally out on that pace machine as we roll around turn number 1, heading into 2. Side by side here, getting lined up. Walk through the grid here once again. It's Kyler Wynn down there on the inside, up there on the top side. That's Logan York. Malik Ray there in 3rd. Matthew Baker in 4th. Christopher McCullough there in 5th with Jacob Wilkerson there in 6th. Nathan Harper in 7th. Ryan Ghost there in 8th. Dylan Jones in 9th. And rounding out your top 10 is Sean Corbett. As they roll down the backstretch, you see everybody's lining up side by side, get ready for this restart. That's when we take the green. Once again, it will be down the 14 laps to go here in Heat 1. And remember, we still have one more heat race after this before we get to that 100-lap feature here tonight. And these guys are already jostling for position like this. Can we imagine what that main race is going to be here tonight? We're in for some exciting racing here from Daytona. Fred driving that pace machine down here, down through the tri-oval. Hopefully getting here ready to get that pace car off on the pit road. There he goes, down there onto the apron, and away they go. Here we are for the restart rather. Pushing that top side along, that is Matthew Baker out there on the top side in that 5. 3 cars are together down there on the bottom side. That's Kyler Wynn, Malik Ray, and Jacob Wilkerson down there on the inside. Now we got the 0-2 of Logan York up there on the top side being pushed along there by Matthew Baker. And as that top side's coming to life there, we got them strung out maybe almost 4 cars coming down there into corner number 3 and 4, working their way around here. Top 3, Logan York, Matthew Baker, Nathan Harper, as we got Christopher McCall up there in 4th, Kyler Wynn there 5th, Malik Ray in 6th, Jacob Wilkerson 7th, Dylan Jones there in 8th, as we've still got battles all over the racetrack. A little farther back, it's single file back here by Ronnie Foster, Brandon Herroff. A little farther back, still single file for some of these drivers, as the leaders are still battling it out, coming down there through turns 1 and 2. And we're on board here with Nathan Harper. And roll down here through turn 3 and 4. Kyler Wynn back there in 4th. Being pushed along by Malik Ray. Barker gets hung up there on the top side. No help. Could be falling back. He needs to find a way to get down there to the inside. Cannot do it. As he just getting past like he's standing still out there. As the draft kind of leaves him in the dust. Now he gets down there onto the inside. Down there in some of the pack. Back there about 9th, almost 10th position. As there's the 97 of Alex Smith, who's in 8th. He's going to get down there in front and a battle up here in the front. As, whoa, hold on to it, boys, as they come down here off of turn number 4, back out onto that tri-oval. That high side working together as much as the bottom side is trying to. As they come across the stripe, it is Malik Ray out there in front in that number 44/1, as we saw it on track. There comes the 43, dropping down to the inside here. Oh boy, what some moves that are shaking out there in the front. As we got them all coming up here towards the back. Here they come, side by side. Ronnie Foster there in 12th. Brandon Harroff back here in 13th. Well, we got, looks like 12 cars trying to battle it out up here for that front pack. We're looking at the back of it right now. There you see the 25 up there on the top side. That's Ryan Schreckengoats. And in front of him, that is Matt Baker in that 9th position. And I roll down here through the driveway once again. And where is the back of the pack? And oh no, Jordan Tasby has crashed. Not sure what happened to Tasby as he's back here towards the back. A 27 getting into him as he gets up there into the outside wall. And slides it back down there onto the apron, no caution. Everybody rolls along here. The 45 of Sean Corbett trying to push along the 43 of Jacob Wilkerson as they work down here in the corner number 3. As they're in the middle lane is Baker. As they're coming down here off and side by side. Looking real good out front, side by side racing. And like you said, coming there towards the back. There we got you got 13th, 14th, 15th back here, maybe about 16th. A little farther back there, you see the 17th place driver of Justin Mellicar. And short time, he's rolling around there trying just to keep some sort of position as we got battle going on up here in this pack. Down here in the corner, number 3 and 4, Malik Ray out there in front, leading the way in that number 1 machine. 44 on the scoreboard as they come rolling here off of corner number 4. Really pushing along hard up there on that top lane. And there they go. They're spinning around. Try to see who we got there. That looks like Matthew Baker getting spun around there, trying to hold on to it as Ryan Schrecken goes still in the middle of the racetrack. As the 0-2 goes for a ride, that's Logan York. That's kind of one of the things that people watching the IRL Arca Menard series kind of saw this there as well, as the driver in the middle is already pushing. The guy behind him not really sure what that distance is and ends up pushing the 0-2. The 0-2 just not really having anywhere to go, especially through the corner. As you see there, he's just all stacked up. The 22 there, already there, and there you see them just all stack up. Then the 011 there of Dylan Jones, he starts pushing. The 4 ends up getting pushed into the 0-2, who's already pushing the 22, and you just end up pushing them out of line there as you come there off of the corner. Baker ends up going around 26. Or 25, rather, I'm sorry. Brian Schrecken goes. 7 laps to go here in heat number 1. We're going to take a short commercial break and be back here in just a moment.
Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagner Welding. Wagner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road.
All right, back here from the racetrack. We have with us the Roughneck Racing Madness Money Race here tonight from Daytona. Looks like my ticker on my end has stopped for a moment, but it looks like it's still rolling on stream, so that's good. 6 laps to go as they work down the backstretch here. Everybody's single file waiting for the restart. Sean Corbett down there in about 4th position. 4th car back down there on the inside. Right behind him is Nathan Harper. John Dornell the 3rd. Sitting back there in 6th. Ronnie Foster in 7th. Brandon Huroff there in 8th. Dugrell there in 9th. And Melikar rounding out your top 10. Everybody's trying to get all situated here up there toward the front. Let's see here. Lights go out on that pace machine. Let's see if they get doubled up. They will be double file restart here as we get going here. sorry, 5 laps to go. It'll be 4 laps when we take the green flag. Five laps to go for heat number 1. As we roll down that backstretch here, getting ready for the restart. 4 laps will remain for heat number 1 when we take that green flag. Green flag back out here as we get started. Side by side for the restart. 4 laps remaining here in heat number 1 as they take the green flag, and already Malik Ray is jumping up there to the high side as they come storming down here through the finishing of the trial. Down here in the corner number 1 they go. Up here on that high side, that outside lane gets a little bit better jump on these restarts as Kyler Wynn and Sean Corbett are up there running that, as well as John Darnell, as now the high side gets strung together up there single file as they roll down the backstretch. We see one driver that looks to be the 34 of Christopher McCullough jumping to the inside to go underneath Justin Melikar down here through corner number 3 and 4. Matthew Baker back here in about 14th position, not quite where he saw himself at the moment, I'm sure, as they work down here back into the trioval. Malik Ray out front, Kyler Wynn back here in 2nd, Sean Corbett there 3rd, John Darnell the 3rd, sitting 4th, with Jacob Wilkerson back here 5th. Everybody single file until we get back here. Well, the 34 is really pushing along at 27 of Justin Melikar. And back here a little bit further, Brandon Ruff and Axel Smith. Sean Puckrell there. And oh no, we got driver in the wall. And oh no, there he goes around. That is Ronnie Foster going around there in the 18 team. Up in the air a little bit as he tries to get it straight back out. The 34 as well. And whoa, boy, nowhere. Was not expecting the 34 to come back up there. 3 laps to go. Those 2 drivers down there and out back there on the backstretch as they roll down there through the infield. Green flag stays out. Everybody single file. Malik Ray out there in front. John Darnell the 3rd and 4th. Jacob Wilkerson there 5th. Nathan Harper there 6th. Brandon Huroff there in 7th with Logan York back here in 8th. Matthew Baker in 9th with Ambrose Knebel back here now in 10th. That is your top 10 as they come storming down the backstretch. Side by side there. Looking to be back here at trying to figure out who's back there. That's the 40. Axel Smith there in the 97. That's the 41/21 of Sean Puckrell as they come back here off of corner number 4 back into the trioval. Everybody single file. Up here at the front, Malik Ray coming across the line, leading the race. How crazy is it going to get as we're on the final lap now as they come down here through the front stretch down here in the corner number 1. Single file as they stay. Who's going to jump out of line and make the move to try to win heat number 1 here as the 22 of Kyler Wynn down here on the back bumper of Malik Ray as they roll down here through the backstretch. John Darnell the 3rd. Sitting there in about 4th position. You got the 45 of Sean Corbett there in 3rd. Who's going to jump out of line? Who's going to make something happen? as we see Nathan Harper back here in about fourth. As they come down through the tri-oval, final time, and it is going to be Malik Ray bringing in the victory for heat race number 1 here tonight. As they come down here off the start-finish line, everybody now taking a dive here. I wonder what we got in store for us for heat number 2. We wait on the results of heat number 1. Heat number 1, Malik Ray, Kyler Wynn, Sean Corbett, John Darnell, Jacob Wilkerson, Nathan Harper, Brandon Huroff, Logan York, Ambrose Knebel, Malakar finishing in 10th, Sean Fruitrell finishing in 11th, Ryan Treckenghost there in 12th, Smith there in 13th, Baker 14th, Tasby in 15th, Jones 16th, Hollings in 17th, Foster 18th, McAuliffe there in 19th, and Harris there in 20th, and 21st. Oh, nope, 20th. I guess that's all that there was there. Now we get started on heat race number 2. I don't have the starting grid for heat number 2. Wow, interesting. And neither do you guys. So, we're going to try to do this the best we can, if we can get them on screen here. Garrett Menez there out front with Jason Menez there in second. Cody Nagels in third. Daniel Falkingham will start in fourth. Asher Little start in fifth. Ethan Eckert will be there in sixth. Fifth rather. Asher Little will be in sixth. James Wagner in seventh. Come on now, would you reset? As STK is giving me a slight problem here. All right, we'll get it back up here in just a quick moment. Try to get that off the middle of your screen there. Green flag is out, and Garrett Menez out there in front. Jason Menez there in second in that number 24. Down here through turn number 1, and that's still on your screen. So let's try to get this to reload. There we go. Now it's off the screen there for you folks. Daniel Falkingham back here in third. Cody Nagels there in fourth as they roll down the backstretch here. Ethan Eckert there fifth. Asher Little in sixth. Brian Hennings there seventh. James Wagner back here in eighth with Mike George back here in ninth. Sterling Thies back here in 11th now. As they stack up there on the high side, the 6 of Asher Little gets pushed to the outside. Shoved down the line. Now he's going to try to battle that 6 there. Is that Adam? No, that's not. That's Oh man, these drivers, whenever their numbers don't match the cars, makes it a little bit more difficult here on the scoreboard to follow them as they roll here through three. Whoa, a speed as they come there around that camera. As Ethan Eckert's there in third, Brian Hennings fourth, Mike George back there in fifth. Now everybody's single file here at the moment. Cody Nagels now looking to the inside of the 88 of Brandon. Asher Little, okay, Asher Little is the actual 6 car. Cody Nagels is the other 6 car. There you see the 10, or rather the 24 of Jason Maines. Jason Menez. Ah, crap, I forget how to say the last name there, Jason. Sorry about that. We got Belt Tiller. Bo Tiller there in 8. Asher Little still rolling back here in about 10th. Cody Nagels in 11th. Being pushed along by Benjamin Elliott. There you see the cars out front. Out front it is Garrett Menez with Daniel Falkingham there second. Ethan Eckert there in third. Brian Hennings there fourth. Mike George there fifth. Josh Gibbern there in sixth. Gamron there in sixth. Gage Clark back there in seventh. Got Mark Morton back here in the 8 machine, sitting about 13th. Just trying to find a way to get that Sonic machine up there towards the front. Charles Hauser back here in that Mountain Dew machine, sitting about 14th. They're back here in 15th. And at number 33 is Wesley Lynch. So I know there's a few people in the chat room that were looking for Wesley. There he is back here in about 15th as it stands right now. Back here toward the back, Sterling Thies. And about 16th as we got a few more drivers kind of hanging out towards the back here. One of them being James Wagner. Doogie back here in 18th. Up front, many movers going on. Now we try to keep the excitement rolling here as everybody rolls off. There you see the 49 of Gage Clark. Now they roll down here through off of corner number 2, back out onto that backstretch. A 40 of Josh Giaron. They're out sitting about 6th, way up there to the outside wall, trying to see who that might be. Jumping in there behind the 8 of Mark Morton. That's Sterling Thies. Now we're on board here with 19 laps to go. Not sure who we're on board with. I believe that was the 49 of Gage Clark. They couldn't get it to come up as SDK being just a little bit snippety right now with it being a heat race. And I haven't fully figured out why SDK likes to do that to me on these heat races, so I do apologize for that. I'm doing the best I can to give you guys the places of where your driver might be at as we go down the backstretch here. Out front, Garrett Menez there with Daniel Falkingham back there in second. Ethan Eckert third. Brian Hennings there fourth. Mike George rolling there in fifth. Those are your top 5 cars, kind of breaking off from the pack back there. They go side by side for 7th and 8th between Cody Nagels and Jason Menez. Josh there in leading at. Here comes, now they're going to try to go 3 wide. No, they think better of it as the 49 there. Gage Clark jumps back in line. As they roll there off of the corner, Garrett still leading the race out there in front. Top line's trying to get something together, it looks like, up there in that second pack, but unable to do so as of yet. And we see the 10 and the 49 up there on the high side. Gage Clark now jumps down there to the inside. That's going to drop Jason Menez back there into 12. Mark Morton back here in 13th. We got about 3 different packs rolling around the racetrack right now. This is the second pack, where you got the leading, Josh leading the way on that one with Cody Nagels, Asher Little, and Adam. Out there in front, it's Garrett Menez with Daniel Falkingham, Ethan Eckert, Brian Hennings, and Mike George. Then back here, starting the 10th, that's Benjamin Elliott, Gage Clark, running together with Jason Menez back here a little bit farther back. And we got even farther back, Mark Morton, Sterling Thies, Charles Hauser, and Wesley Lynch back here to round that out back there. Kenneth McCullough. Sitting back in about 17, James Wagner and Brandon rounding out your field. Trying to figure out how many laps to go here. And it's showing 18. I don't know if that is correct or not. I think it's frozen once again. All right, so we gotta turn that off for the moment. I'll keep you all informed until we get to the main race. That froze up on us again. Garrett Menez there in front. Daniel Falkingham there in second. Ethan Eckert there third. Brian Hennings fourth. Mike George there fifth. Josh Kinghambron there in sixth. Cody Nagels there seventh. Asher Little in eighth. Adam back there in ninth with Benjamin Elliott back here in 10th. And they roll around here off of corner number 4. Let's see if I can at least get a session state of some sort to show up. Does not look like it. Okay. Oh, that's why. Try this again. All right, so heat 2, lap 12 of 20. As they roll back down here through the backstretch, try to give you some sort of laps there. Daniel Falkingham back down the front stretch. Second in line behind the leader of Garrett Menez. Ethan Eckert there third. Brian Hennings there fourth. Mike George there in fifth. Josh Kinghambron there in sixth. Cody Nagels there seventh. Asher Little in eighth. Adam back here in ninth. Benjamin Elliott back here in 10th. Gage Clark in 11th. Everybody's trying to roll out here as we're back here on lap number 13 of the 20 for the distance. As they roll back down the backstretch here around off of turn 3 and 4. We got lap number 14 on the board. That'll mean 6 laps to go if I've got my math correct. Or is it 7 to go? Something like that. I don't have the ticker up like I would like to have it because of the, like I said, the heat race format and SDK don't always get along. Josh Kinghambron there in 6th. Cody Nagels there in 7th. Asher Little there 8th. Adam Latiller there in 9th. Benjamin Elliott back here in 10th. Now we got Mark Morton back here in 15th once again as he's falling back behind that group. Now we got Sterling Thies leading that back group. Jason Menez, Wesley Lynch. Now we come down the front stretch once again. Lap number 15 on the board as they roll through turns 1 and 2. Starting to really start to shake things up here. Now, looks like that is the 12 machine of Ethan Eckert getting shoved down the line. He's going to have to drop it back there to the back of that front pack. And we got the second pack still trying to roll along and get up there to catch the leaders. But unfortunately, it looks like they're having struggles doing so. Asher Little out there in the 6. Benjamin Elliott. We got Cody Nagels out there in the 6 as well. They still battle up front. Lap number 16 on the board. Daniel Buckingham still running in second. Nobody's really wanting to make a move as of yet. And we're on 5 to go. Asher Little sitting in about 8th position. As we have problems. I think somebody blew up. Yeah, somebody blew up down there pushing really hard. That is the 6 or the 42 of Cody Nagels. Ended up blowing up there in line. That just goes to show how hard these drivers are pushing. Hopefully we don't see that more tonight. Hopefully he's got a spare engine back there to get him into the feature. As that's not kind of how you want to end the heat. We got 4 laps to go here. Or 3.5 rather. As Garrett Menez comes out of corner number 3, coming out onto the front stretch there off of 4. Who's hung out up there on the high side? That looks to be Ethan Eckert again. Up there trying to make that top line work. Get some sort of side draft, but cannot do it. Nobody wants to break out a line to kind of help him either, as now he's falling back there some. And here's the second pack being led along by Josh. And they now come off of 2. Lap number 18 out of 20. And I come down the backstretch here in the side, front to back. As we said, Cody Nagels ending up, blowing up there in line as he was in the middle of the drivers. Pushing very hard here. Just ended up pushing too hard, it looked, and blew the engine up. Heat 2, a little bit less dramatic here than Heat 1, as we're now here on lap number 19, 2 laps to go. Cage Clark back there in 9th. Adam back here in 10th. Sterling Thies there in 11th. Jason Menez there in 12th. Wesley Lynch back here in 13th. Mark Morton in 14th. Now, as we had some issues there with the now they're through the backstretch once again. Lap number 19 on the board. They're coming to make it the final lap of heat number 2 here tonight, before we get on to the main event of 100 laps. Down here through the front stretch, down here into corner number 1. Garrett Menez, Daniel Buckingham, Brian Hennings, Mike George, and Ethan Eckert all rolling around in your top 5 as they come here off of corner number 2. Is anybody going to get out of line? Are they going to try it? Yes, they will. This time they do get out of line. 3 cars at the top, 2 cars at the bottom. They push along to the top side. Now everybody ends up getting down there, and oh no, here they go. Now we got 2 of them dropping down to the inside. The one wanted to get back down there. That's Garrett Menez, as he wanted to get back down to the bottom side, but could not do it, as they are side by side now, coming down there towards the start-finish line. And they all break off there, and it is going to be Menez getting the win, as Buckingham ends up 3rd after pushing there at the end. Drivers doing a heck of a job here in heat number 2. Now we just got to wait on the heat number 2 standings here. And we'll get them up as soon as we get them here. All right, heat number 2. It is Garrett Menez there as your winner. Let me see if I can get this back up on my screen now so that I can see what you all are seeing. Garrett Menez there finishes first. Mike George in second. Daniel Fulkingham finishes third. Ethan Eckert there in fourth. Brian Hennings there fifth. Josh Gingham there in sixth. Asher Little in seventh. Cage Clark there in eighth. Benjamin Elliott there in ninth. Jason Menez there in 10th. Wesley Lynch tonight in 11th. Mark Morton in 12th. James Wagner there 13th. Brandon Nitskorski there in 14th. Adam there in 15th. Sterling Thies there in 16th. Kenneth McAuliffe Jr. there in 17th. Cody Nagels there in 18th after the engine blowing. Hayden Rainey there in 19th. And Charles Hauser will finish there in 20th. Warm-ups underway right now for the start of the race. Go grab yourself a drink. And we'll be back here for the 100 lap feature in just a moment.
Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagner Welding. Wagner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road.
All right, we're back here at the racetrack as we get set to roll here for the main event. And we're in warm-ups right now. Hopefully everybody's getting everything they need, all the drinks they need, so we can get started here with the main event, 100 laps the distance. All right, our grid is going to be starting off here. Malik Ray there in first. Garrett Menez there in second. Kyler Wynn there in third. Mike George there fourth. Sean Corbett tonight rolls off there fifth. Daniel Buckingham rolls off tonight in sixth, with John Darnell the third rolling off in seventh. Ethan Eckert rolling off tonight there in eighth, with Jacob Wilkerson in ninth. Brian Hennings there in 10th. There number 6 there on the inside at Nathan Harper, with Josh Kingebron there in 12th. And 13th, that's going to be Brandon Huroff there in 13th. 14th will be starting Asher Little, with Logan York in 15th. Gage Clark there in 16th. Ambrose Knebel there in 17th. Benjamin Elliott there in 18th. Justin Melikar back there in 19th, with Jason Menez there in 20th. Sean Dubrell there in 21st. Wesley Lynch starting tonight in 22nd. Ryan Schreckenghost starts tonight in 23rd, with Mark Morton in 24th. 25th, that's going to be Axel Smith with James Wire tonight in 26th. Matthew Baker back there in 29th, with Brandon back there in 28th. Jordan Tasby in 29th. Adam back there 30th. Dylan Jones starts tonight in 31st. Sterling Thief there in 32nd. Justin Hollings there in 33rd. Kenneth McAuliffe there in 34th. Ronnie Foster in 35th. Cody Nagels back there in 36th. 37th is Christopher in 38th. Hayden Rainey. Kenny Harris tolls off tonight in 39th. Charles Hauser in 40th. And tonight in 41st. That's Joshua McAuliffe. All right, starting here the feature. Green flag is out, 100 laps the distance. Here we go, we got the ticker all back, ready and rock and rolling here for the feature race. Malik Ray back out there on the front row, trying to see if he can battle beside Garrett Menez as they come down here in the quarter number 1. Both of them, the number 1 on their machine, as they are side by side, roaring down here through turn 2, back out here onto the backstretch. Everybody single file here, double file I should say. It looks like we've got a little bit of separation back here at the back, as everybody's trying to find their position back here, mid-pack and back. And up front there we see we got Ethan Eckert trying to push his way and getting a little shove down there on the inside, and it can always spell trouble whenever you start pushing the pusher. As Garrett Menez is down there kind of in a sandwich at the moment, down there on the bottom side, being the front of it. Now here comes, oh boy, there comes the 39 of Daniel Buckingham down onto the bottom side. Now we're trying to help lead the race out there as he's in front of Garrett Menez, as they now push along to try to gain the lead. Over top of the 29 of Mike George, Malik Ray. Now he jumps up there in the third, as Mike George falls back to fourth out there on the high side. That's just how quickly positions can change as they roll down through here off of turn 3 and 4. Everybody side by side except for them front 2 who are single file down there in front here on lap number 2 as they work here off the corner down through the trioval once again towards the start-finish line. Everybody zigzagging back there toward the middle of the pack, trying to see who that might be, as Asher Little, Logan York, and fellow drivers are side by side, as it looks like we go single file out front for a few drivers, then we double up here in the middle of the pack, and then we single file back out again towards the back of the pack. Start with Matt Baker, and on back behind him as everybody single file back there, as we got just the middle of the pack. That is double file here, almost 3 wide there through the middle. There goes the 6. Or rather, the 24, Jason Menez, as he's trying to work up the middle, as the 40 of Josh Gingabrone is up there on the outside. Benjamin Elliott now there stuff in the middle. As with we've got the 21 there of Sean Fruitrell working up through the middle as well. Everybody gets singled out back to double file racing. Everybody else a single file as they roll around the bottom of the racetrack, and we're back here on board with Kyler Wynn as we got this all working fine once again. Like I said, I don't know what is up with the SDK during the heat races. It just likes to go a little goofy. Now here as we go off of corner number 3, here on lap number 4, back around here heading towards the front stretch. And work back in that triangle. Everybody single file here as they roll off. 41 drivers taking the grid here tonight. We got everybody working down through here, trying to figure out, do we have drivers? Ambrose Knebel is out. Looks like we have a few of them that are blinking in and out back there at the back of the grid. Ryan Schreckengost back here in 21st. Axel Smith back here in 22nd. And we're looking at the middle of the grid right now. Everybody single file. Trying just to find the most excitement going on the racetrack right now as we're looking here at this set of drivers. We're trying to figure out who's going to what here. We're back on board with the 4. No, they got the 29. I'm Mike George. Down the backstretch. Here in the corner number 3 and 4. Everybody just single filed out right now. Here we see Matthew Baker back there. He's pushing along the 6 of Asher Little. And careful, Asher, keep it straight. And does not do so as Asher Little ends up getting spun around there. No caution on the speedway as of yet. Go back here and look at this, though. I would see a few drivers off track and in the grass. Looks like Asher Little get the brunt of that. And everybody comes rolling off the backstretch now. Lap number 8 on the board. Now here's the storm down here in the corner number 1. Matthew Baker back here in 15th. George Clark there 16th. Benjamin Elliott back here in 17th. Everybody's rolling along. That's better now here as everybody's single file. Not really finding anything. Now we're back on board here with Jacob Wilkerson. John Darnell III down there on the inside, and he works off the front stretch here. Everybody single file. You see John Darnell third there, running in about 6th position. Single file. Everybody kind of separated out there for a moment. It looks like they don't really want to push too hard through the corners. Definitely going to let these cars breathe. We saw that earlier there in heat race number 2 when Nagels ended up blowing the car up. He's back here in about 30th position right now, back here toward the back of the track. Now everybody up front storming down the backstretch here into corner number 3 and 4 once again. Tensions are high between a few of these drivers as there is money on the line here tonight for this Roughneck Racing Madness Money Race. Now we got a driver going a lap down. That is going to be the 04. Got Ambrose Knebel. Having some issues there. You see the 6 as well of Asher Little going to go a lap down. Now we're here on lap number 11. Down across the start finish line. Daniel Falkingham out front. That number 39 being pushed along by Garrett Menez. They roll here off the corner. Down here at 3 and 4. Back across the start finish line. Daniel Falkingham back out there in front. Down here off up turns 1 and 2. I work back the backstretch. Falkingham still leads the race as we see that they put some gap here between some of these back drivers. Back there in the 13th, 14th, 15th, and even 16th. Back here running. They're quite a ways off the pace. About 8 seconds between Menez and York. That's the difference between these two packs. And then we got even farther back here, back here to another pack starting in 17th. Axel Smith into 18th. Sterling Thies there in 19th. Dylan Jones there 20th. Josh Kingabron there in 21st. Brandon Nikorsky 22nd, 23rd. Leslie Lynch. Adam Battiller. Brandon Huroff. Joshua McCullough. I thought I saw McCullough was out, but I don't think that's the case. There he is, 26. Mark Morton. I don't know why it showed up as out before. Oh. That's because there's 3 McCulloughs. Okay, now I'm straightened back out. Now we're here at lap number 15, or 16 rather. 15 laps complete. Coming around onto the backstretch. More cars up there in front of the leaders. And everybody works down the backstretch. You're looking there at John Darnell in that number 10 machine, rather than 99 on the car. Working off of 4, back out here onto the front stretch. Kind of curious to see when lap strategy will, when the fuel strategy will kick into play here. Come down here off of corner number 2 back on that backstretch. All single file up here in this front group. Now we're trying to see if there's any action going on the racetrack. Everybody else single file up here for the first 13 spots. What it looks to be anyway. 12 spots, sorry, as it's 10 seconds back from John Darnell back to the next group. McAuliffe off track. That's Kenneth McAuliffe. Having issues there. Many drivers around. Not sure exactly what happened. Well, wait a moment. I'm at the wrong thing here. Joshua McAuliffe, rather. We try to decipher this. I don't know if that was a... Oh, no? Oh, boy. All right, so I can see it there in front of Josh. Okay, Josh McAuliffe there. Trying to see if we can get light lit on it. Does not look like it. Problems there for the replay there. As we do apologize for that. Let's take another stab at it here. See if we can get this to cooperate at all. There he is down there on the apron. Unsure exactly what caused him to get there. Everybody's coming to pit road here at lap number 20 of the 100 here tonight. Let's see if we can get with somebody here. Good evening, Mark. How's it going? It's going well here in the booth. How's things down on track?
It seems pretty calm right now. We're all just kind of I'm waiting to make I'm
Yeah, you're showing about 23rd position right now. So you're kind of anticipating we would have a big one here tonight? It definitely looks like you're having lots of fun out there for sure. Just trying to survive at the moment, correct?
Yeah, you're just trying to survive and
Well, that's cross fingers. Hopefully you'll be there towards the end. I know there's a lot of tough competition out there. Alrighty, well, good luck to you the rest of the night. All right, that's Mark Morton. It looks like they're going to get doubled up here. Lights are out on that pace machine, getting it ready to fire off down into the infield. Has everybody side by side. Working down the back stretch, Kyler Wynn out there in front with Malik Ray. They're side by side. They're no strangers from running up at the front. There you see Garrett Menez out there in third. Daniel Falkingham back there in fourth. Sean Corbett there fifth. Jacob Wilkerson there in sixth. Brian Hennings there seventh. Sean Darnell the third. Rolling back here in about eighth. Ethan Eckert back here in about ninth with Mike George back here in 10th. That's your top 10 here as we get... all right, thank you there, Baker. Wonder why that was, unless this wasn't set right. Sorry about that. We will have to redo that. I didn't realize that that was not set. Next caution, we'll get back with Mark Morton, and apologize there to all the viewers. I thought that was all set, but apparently it disconnected my my audio source there. Good evening there, Heath. Hopefully you're here to enjoy a great night of racing on the Fleeger Farm TV on the pole here tonight, as we're getting ready for another restart here at lap number 22. As Garrett Menez gets out there to a great restart behind Malik Ray. They both drop down there in front of Kyler Wynn, who's running there in third. Daniel Falkingham back there in fourth. Now everybody's starting to single file out again, but we got them double file back here in about 11th and 12th as they start to single file out, trying to find a way into that bottom lane as they work down the backstretch. Brandon back here in 13th, up 15 positions from where he started, making great moves. Now 14th there as he's trying to get things situated. You see the 88 there, Brandon, up there on the high side. Now he's got some help from the 49, Cage Clark. Now as Clark drops it down to the inside, he's going to leave him. And that's the one problem here. Drivers are going to go where the lane is moving. And if that top lane is kind of standing down, oh no, problems there. That's the number 10 of John Darnell upside down. That was the number 10 of John Darnell flipping through the air there. Take a look at it here. Oh, well, we caught it this time. As they're coming down there across the start and finish line, you can see them all stacked up there, getting all pushed along, and all of a sudden the 10 just gets sandwiched and gets spun up the racetrack, ends up hitting that outside wall, hits it hard. Here he goes, flipping down across, catching another driver there. Everybody tries to check up and miss him. Whoa, what a great job there by the 49 there. You see, I believe that was the 88. Ends up clipping the rear end of that number 10, and he ends up spinning out. Mark Morton ends up getting tagged in that one as well. He was, as he said there, I know none of you could hear him, but he tried getting, trying to stay at the back. So let's try to see if we can do this again. Good evening, Mark, again. Sorry, apparently I didn't turn your mic on, so nobody knew that you were there.
Oh.
I was having a one-sided conversation, so hopefully we got that fixed now.
Yeah, that should be fine. I just got a little damage to the right side. Dougie said it.
So much for you trying to stay out of trouble.
And, Yeah, I know. I thought about trying to be aggressive and just riding. I didn't want to lose that front pack, but I mean, it is what it is. I
Hopefully it's not
mean,
too
it
much. We
shouldn't
can get
be.
back up there and battle it back out again.
No, I should be good. It shouldn't be that much damage. Give me 1 second. I'll tell you right now. Oh, what the? God dang. All right. All right. So I have 6 seconds of attainment, so I'm good.
Yeah, it's not bad at all. You'll be back out there and be able to roll around. Yeah,
I
the
know.
car don't look bad
Oh
here
yeah.
on our screen.
Well,
So
whew, I guess I
hopefully you
got.
can get it back
There,
out there and stay out of trouble this time.
yeah, definitely gonna do it this time. Um, the hit, I guess, must have been a lot harder than it seemed a lot harder than what it was, which is good.
Oh, what it looks like is they definitely could take a beating.
Yes, which is good. I'm not really a fan of these next gen cars. However, it's all learning. It's a learning curve, and I guess the easiest track to learn it is Daytona. Because learn real quickly. The side jets on these things are wicked.
These next gen cars, I know I'm not one to fully. They look like they can be fun to drive, but I know for me they're not quite my style and taste of racing.
No, I'm right there with you, but I do it because to help out Dougie. Dougie's a real good friend of mine. I really enjoy racing with him.
Well, hopefully you're back up there with the pack. Hopefully you can find a way to keep that nose out of trouble.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
Alrighty, so that was Mark Morton there again. We were getting things situated. See what we got going on up here towards the front. See if we are stacked up side by side yet to get a hold of that restart. And we are one lap from green. It looks like the six, is that the true six of Asher Little? Yeah. Asher Little going to the back, being a lap down. Still got quite a few drivers on the lead lap. It looks like we got about 38 of the 41 drivers on the lead lap still. All right, now we're getting ready to stack them up. We got them all ready to roll here. Well, they're trying to get things situated here. Now, they're not going green this time. They're going to go green next time as the pace car comes back out. Everybody's going to check up.
Well, we got no voice commentation on the broadcast. There's no voice commentation on the broadcast.
Oh, sorry about that. All better now. Thank you. Alrighty, so yeah, sorry about that. My mute button got muted somehow. We're now here through corner number 4. Or sorry, which corner this is. We're looking here at a replay of the caution that just come out here, coming into corner number 1. You see the 01 of Hayden Rainey coming down there, side by side, and there's the 34. Sliding it down underneath, gets the 01 loose, and here comes Hayden. Right back up the racetrack. Ends up getting that rear end tore off there. Everybody comes screeching to a halt. Somebody come blasting through there, ends up catching the back of another driver. Didn't want to slow up at all. That looked to be the 18, possibly, or 16. That's the 16 of Joshua McAuliffe getting hit from the rear. Now we're back under caution again here at lap number 34. Alrighty, oh, a lot of drama happening out on the speedway. See if we can find, where's he at? Is he, yeah, he's here somewhere. Coming on the pit lane here. James Doogie. Here at lap number 35. I'm thinking pit road's going to be very, very busy this lap. All right, come rolling down here on the pit road. Good evening, Doogie. Do you have a copy of me here in the booth?
Yeah, I got you.
A little craziness out on track tonight.
Yeah, it's a little messy right now.
I don't know of any Daytona race that really doesn't get this way, though, to be honest.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
I mean, I'm watching super speedway racing with a lot on the line, a lot of stakes on the line, and it sounds like some of the drivers are having some problems out there.
Yeah, they're fussing and fighting just a little bit.
Well, you think you're going to be able to get that 30 up towards the front, or is the competition just that stiff tonight?
Well, I got about 6 minutes worth of damage left, trying to get fixed right now. So, I don't know. But the competition is pretty tough out there.
Well, it's definitely fun to watch. Hopefully, every little bit I'm getting here in the booth about things that change and stuff. We're working on the fly here tonight as well. So hopefully everything's coming through good. Hopefully I made it to where you can read the names a little better. I know some of them are cut off, but that's just the nature of some of the beast, I guess. But you're looking pretty good out there so far tonight. Just unfortunate there you got caught up there in a couple incidents.
Yeah, it happens.
It's super speedway racing at its finest, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh,
I think Ambrose is wanting you to pull him next.
All right. Ambrose, is he just the letter A?
He's in chat with me right there. He's in the hangout chat.
As I said, is his name just the letter A? You think?
It shows. Yeah, probably.
Okay.
He's right above Charles.
Okay. Yeah, he's a letter A. All righty.
Yeah.
Well, good luck to you the rest of the night.
All right, for sure.
Alrighty, we're getting ready for the green flag. Well, we figured out who we're gonna talk to here later as we got drivers back here on the backstretch, side by side, getting ready for the restart. Side by side. Here we go. Green flag in the air. We're coming through the triangle underneath the flag stand once again. Getting all set and ready to roll here as we come back down the front stretch. There we go. Back down here through the front. Caution is back out once again. It looks like Axel Smith back spun around, back down there on the bottom side. We'll see if we can catch where this yellow flag started. It looks like it just all checked up. We're trying to go 4 wide here. Looks like the 43 gets checked up there. Jacob Wilkinson gets checked up down there onto the bottom side, and then it's just mayhem back there as they all stack up. Back behind him, he gets it straightened out. Looks like I'm trying to see who that is. They come back down there through the start-finish line. A lot of mayhem happening back there towards the back. Might be Joshua McCall back there again, getting spun around and shot to the back. As he is, he's sideways, trying to get it back under control, get it back down there onto the bottom side of the racetrack. Mark Morton barely gets through there. Trying to see if he did get through on that second area. Here we watch him there. Mark Morton there on that 8 machine. He'll dive down below. And he will kind of get through. It was pretty close here as he comes down through, sees all that smoke. Trying to get underneath. I have to really dodge hard, but he gets around it just fine. Now we're back under another caution here at lap number 38. Good evening. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Hello, sir.
How's your race going tonight?
Oh, just fantastic until just now.
All right, well, for me, all I see here is I can just see a letter A on my screen. So you want to give us your name there so I can find you on track?
I am Ambrose Knievel.
Ambrose, okay.
The 04.
The 04.
You've probably heard of me.
That I'm unsure of. But you're currently on pit road in the 04. It's a great looking paint job you got there tonight.
Thank you, sir. I got 4 minutes optional, so I'm gonna sit here for a minute. We've had a fairly bad evening tonight, so thank goodness it's only 33 laps into 100. So
yeah, you're currently about 40 laps into this.
I'm 6 laps down.
Well, hopefully you can try to at least salvage something tonight.
Oh yeah, I feel like I can still win this thing. So.
Well, that's it. Stay positive.
Yeah. I mean, these guys got nothing on me. I'm the best of the best. I'm like a bald eagle flying down. I'm going to put it in 2-1, but I'm putting it in 2-2. We're going to get this done. Damn it.
Well, I mean, hopefully you'll get something happening there. I know there's a lot of stiff competition out there tonight.
Well, they're stiff until they see me, then they go soft. I tell you that.
Well,
I'm sorry, man. I'm Ambrose. This is how we do it, brother.
well, definitely. It looks like Are we getting ready for green here? Yeah, we are. We're allowed for green.
I have no idea what's going on, actually. I got 3 minutes of repair still, so.
Well, hopefully that 3 minutes can go quick and you can get it back onto the racetrack and hopefully help a teammate or two get towards the front.
Hell yeah, brother. I'm gonna open a couple of beers. We're gonna have a great time. It's gonna be great.
Alrighty. All right, so that was Ambrose. Knoble? Oh, that's Ambrose for you. Running back there in towards the back, currently sitting on pit road, getting some repairs done. We're getting ready for another green flag start here with 61 laps to go. Going to be 60 to go when we cross that stripe. As Adam is out there in front. And at number 15, Garrett Menez up there on the high side. Make sure we're still good here. Yep, we're still good. All right. Side by side. All right. Here we are. Adam out on the inside, rather. Second row there, you got Jason Menez and the Josh Gimron there on in fourth. Fred pulls it down on the pit road. We're going to be green flag racing once again here off of the restart zone. Across the stripe they come. Adam bringing it out to the green flag and across the stripe first. But who's going to hang on to it coming down here into corner number one as everybody leaves him in the dust, goes up into the outside row and comes around him down here into corner number one. That's going to land the lead over to Garrett Menez and Josh Gingerbron there out front. And then more drivers come around Adam as they come down here off of corner number two, down here on the inside, that outside lane stacking up. Look out, we're 3 wide now down the backstretch. As that outside road's trying to get something together, we're being led along by that Six machine. That's Cody Nichols out there. Remember in the heat race, he blew his motor up trying to push along to the front. Now he's got some clean air on that machine. He's got Ray right behind him. Now they're rolling down here through the start-finish line area, back across into corner number one. Down here, side by side, still for this. And oh no, we got the bus up there at the front, and they are wrecking another big one here at Daytona as they go and smash up there into the outside wall. More drivers trying to get it back under control. Looks like they get it straightened out, but caution is out here for another time at lap number 42. Hey, a bunch of drivers kind of just choke it up there and ends up sideways. Everybody does get it straightened out pretty quickly, surprisingly. All this happening, I believe, in front of Mark Morton again. He tries to get up there, and he does get a little bit of sandwich there to the outside wall. The driver's back there behind him, Asher Little out there. End up getting caught up. They go down and clear onto the grass to get around it. Great driving there by Asher to go and keep that car underneath. And onto the backstretch. Caution is out for another time here. They work down the backstretch. Garrett Menez now your leader with Josh Gingo there in second. Jason Menez there in third. Brian Hennings there in fourth. With Malik Ray here in fifth. Ethan Eckert sixth. Brandon DeKorsky there in 7th. Daniel Falkingham there in 8th. Christopher McCullough there in 9th. Cody Nichols here in 10th. That is your top 10. And we'll be back after a word from some sponsors. Thank you so much for watching here on the pole from Fleeger Farm TV.
Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagner Welding. Wagner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagner Welding. Wagner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North.
All right, back here racing once again. Laps on. We're on lap number 45 of the 100. Everybody's coming out of the pits trying to get everything situated. We're under yellow flag here, but drivers getting ready to roll here for another time as the green flag is going to come out. Lights are out on that pace machine. Back out here on the corner number 3 and 4 they come. Green flag back in the air with green, green, green once again down here in the corner number 1. Kenneth McCullough up there in front leading the race. Underneath Garrett Menez as they come down here in the corner at number 1 once again. Pushing along there is the one of Malik Ray down there on the inside. The 78, rather the 23 of Benjamin Elliott up there on the outside. As we're on board with Elliott down here into corner number 2. Off of it, down here, down through the back stretch now. He's trying to push along down here into corner number 3. And then comes storming by here down the back stretch. Down here into corner number 3. Lap number 46 of the 100 on the board here. They roll around 3 and 4. It is Garrett Menez out there in front. That outside lane coming together, going to help them along. As we see, there's still double file back here toward the back. Rolling around here down through the middle of the pack. We're now 3 wide. The 78 there, or rather the 23 of Benjamin Elliott in the sucker hole going backwards. Has to try to find a way to get down there on the inside lane. Does so. Now he can start moving his way back up towards the front. And we see the 43 there as well of Jacob Wilkerson. Lots of drivers out here trying to shuffle their way towards the front. Got some drivers hanging towards the back that need to try to find a way to get their cars in gear here at 47 of the 100. And we're coming back down here through the front stretch down here through the tri-oval. It's still gonna be Malik Ray leading the way. And we got Brian Hennings back here battling in front. Whoa, hang on to it there, Brian. Don't lose it. As you seem to get a little loose there, coming up towards the 3 wide there towards the back of that pack. And you've got the 22 there of down here, down through the backstretch. Single file for most cars in the back. As we're watching here, as that number 10 machine of Jason Menez stifles high, stifles low. Now they come back off of corner number 4, back onto the front stretch. Side by side there, about 3rd spot on that high side. There comes Jason Menez onto the high side above the 03 of Kenneth McCullough Jr. Down here into corner number 1 they go. McCullough back there in about 11th position. That's Kenneth McCullough Jr. Got the 33 there in front of him of Leslie Lynch. Everybody trying to survive as we're on lap number 49 out of the 100 here tonight. And they work down the backstretch, side by side. Caution, back out. Who do we have causing a problem now? Yeah, I don't see nothing on my board here. My guess it's going to be towards the back. Now we try to see what happened here. There's the caution right there. Oh man, what a hit. As the 34 of Christopher gets spun around. Might be the 49 of Cage Clark involved, not sure, no. Tough break there. Now we get to lap number 50 of the 100. Malik Ray coming down the backstretch there behind the pace machine. All right, here we are, pit road, a busy place once again here at lap number 51. We're over halfway in this race tonight. Garrett Menez out front, got Malik Ray out there behind him. Daniel Falkingham will be rolling off third on this restart. Got Ethan Eckert back here in fourth. Dylan Jones back here in fifth. Nathan Harper sixth. Logan York there in seventh. Asher Little in eighth. Jason Menez there in ninth. Brian Hennings there 10th. Benjamin Elliott back here in 11th. Wesley Lynch in 12th. Joshua McCullough back here in 13th with Axel Smith in 14th. Rounding out your top 15 is Sean Putrell. Kyler Wynn back here in 16th. Jacob Wilkerson back here 17th. Kenneth Harris back here in 18th. Ryan Schreckengost back here in 19th with Matthew Baker back in 20th. Josh Gingahan back here in 21st. Brandon Nikorsky back here in 22nd. Kenneth McCullough back here in 23rd. Adam back here in 24th. Rounding out the top 25 is Sean Corbett. Lights still on the pace machine. Drivers have kind of turned this into a little bit of eye pacing at the moment. Dylan Jones back here in fifth. Nathan Harper back in sixth. Logan York in seventh right now. So that is kind of a rundown there as we are rolling here under caution once again here tonight. Lights are out on that pace machine. We're going to be going green flag racing here in just a moment. As we're side by side, getting them stacked up. Looks like Wagner may possibly getting a lap back here on the bottom side, or did he come just storming out of the pits? Unsure what's going on with Doogie there. There's still damage to that number 30. Down the backstretch, lights are off. Pace car pulls it down. We're going to be green flag racing as they come across the stripe. And for lap number 53, as the outside lane gets one heck of a restart there with Garrett Menez. He drops down there to the inside lane. Coming down here to corner number 1, the 12 of Ethan Eckert now pushes his way to the front. He's got the number 4 of Nathan Harper trying to push him along here in that Cowboys machine. Sun drop there behind him. That is the 6 of Asher Little, who's had some problems here tonight, but got that car back up there in the top of the leaderboard at the moment. As they roll back down here in the corner number 3 and 4, side by side, everybody's trying their best to keep everything rolling along. As they're side by side coming off the corner, hang on to it as everybody's getting separated. A little jostling there as they come through the tri-oval. Now there you see the 03 of McCullough. Josh Gingham there in the number 40. Now you got Kenneth McCullough up there on the high side. In front of him. Now you got Elliott down there on the inside. got Kyler Wynn up there in at 36/22. Everybody's pulling off the corner, trying to make something happen, trying to keep cars in line. They come down here into corner number 1, side by side. Hang on to it there, Ashley. Don't want to get too squirrely coming down there into corner number 1 as they're side by side, and there they go. Number 78 gets loose. Now goes to 22. That's the 36 of Kyler 1. Now they hit again as they come across back out of corner number 2. Or sorry, heading down into corner number 1, I guess. We'll double check that here. Now, yellow flag is back out once again here at Daytona. I see them just get in a mess here. Once again, that bottom lane checks up. Some of the cars didn't check up enough. The 22 kind of saves it. They all kind of get a hold of it, and then the 16 comes up and just slams into the back of the 22. I guess he was not happy for what happened there previously. But he kind of was getting pushed along from the back as well as everybody gets checked up. As the caution's out, here he comes up there and just takes him out. Wow. I know tensions are high tonight. There is money on the line. Lap 56 of the 100 to complete here tonight. We'll be back after this commercial break.
Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagner Welding. Wagner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. All right, we're back here at lap number 57, and I must agree, I see some kind of chat coming in here, and yeah, this is getting kind of bad here as everybody's battling to try to get up there towards the front, pushing a little extra hard. There's still a lot of racing left to go. I mean, we're just over halfway here. Still got over 40 laps of racing to go. And as we were talking to Morton earlier tonight, he was saying he really wasn't going to start pushing until about lap number, until about 24, 25 to go. But some of these guys are pushing a lot harder earlier than that. Lights are out on that pace machine. We're going to be going green flag racing. And yes, hopefully, Heath, we can go and log some laps here.
We're on board here with Wesley Lynch out of Vail, North Carolina. Doing our best to keep things rolling here. And the 01 down there on the inside lane. I'm not sure who that is. Hayden Rainey. Care, lap down, happened to drop to the back. We're getting ready for the green flag once again. Anybody really paid attention to how many cautions we got here? We're rolling out at turn number 4 now. Fred's going to pull it down onto the bottom of the racetrack. He's been a busy pace car driver here tonight. And he pulls it down there. Drivers are coming to the restart zone. Green flag in the air. Who's it going to be coming across the stripe? Everybody holds their lines coming across. Down here in corner number 1 they come. Adam up there in front. New leader as that 15 gets up there, pushes along. Now he dropped back there in. Oh no, I'm sorry, Adam is the 15. We got Kyler Wynn there, pushing along there in second. And comes swerving off at corner number 2 down the backstretch. And oh man, what a big one we got going on now. We got cars every which way. Try to see here. We got the 10 of Jason Menez going around. Wagner getting involved. Oh, come on, you cooperate here. Yellow flag comes out. You can see that bottom line once again just kind of get checked up, and everybody just piles in on it. Lynch tried to make it through, gets a little bit of damage as he pushes on through there. But you can see here, off of that, 2 of Garrett Menez, just kind of how that bottom side gets bottled up and gets spun around. From what so another caution here at lap 60. Roughneck racing, I can understand the feeling. I don't know what's going on here. These drivers just, the biggest thing I'm seeing is pushers want to push the pusher. And we saw earlier today how well that worked in the ARCA cars. IRL, you know, if somebody's already pushing the car in front of you, you got to kind of gain that sense of where they're at on the racetrack. And they're sandwiching that bottom line, getting it checked up and everything, and they end up with a bottleneck. And you end up having accidents like what we just saw. This is right off the shoulder pad. of the 33 of Lynch. Great heads-up driving there. They'll work on through there. He's full speed. All of a sudden, he's got cars sideways in front of him. What a job there by Lynch to get through that. Oh, we're back under caution here with 61 of the 100 complete. Now, yeah, 61 of the 100 complete. As lights go out on the pace car, hopefully we can get some laps logged in this time. We're battling it out here, trying to get this race finished. Adam Botiller. Kyler Wynn up there on the high side. Mark Morton back here in about 18th. Sean Putrell there in 19th. We got James Wagner up there on the high side in 20th. Wesley Lynch, after getting through that, pretty much unscathed, they're in about 21st position. And come down the backstretch. We're getting ready for the restart once again. Axel Smith back here in about 14th. There you see Kenneth McAuliffe Jr. in 15th. Kenny Harris back here 16th. Sean Corbett back here in 17th. Mark Morton 18th. Asher Little sitting in about 5th position down there on the inside. Third car back. As the lights go off on the pace car down here onto the pit road, Fred goes. Everybody kind of gets it checked up there once again for the restart. Bottlenecking already off the start. Green flag here as we go rolling down here into corner number 1. There you see the 011 of Dylan Jones as he drops it back down there to the inside. Coming down here into corner number 1. Out front, it's Kyler Wynn up there in that 36/22 Pennzoil machine. Right behind him is Daniel Falcon as they roll through here, turns 1 and 2. Up there on the high side, you're looking at Josh Kickaron there in the number 40 machine. Down the backstretch, everybody sliding for position. Doing with it again, down the backstretch. Here we go, into corner number 3. 3 wide there, you got the 43 of Jacob Wilkinson there in the middle. Justin Hollings down there on the inside, and oh no, we got one sideways, that's the 74. He's going to end up sideways more and collect more here on the front stretch. That's now Kingleman. Oh no, there's the 5, and what a mess once again here coming to the front stretch there, and once again Lynch walking it up to try to get through it. We're on board with Lynch. Or no, Asher, no, I'm sorry. As caution flag comes out, so let's go back here. There we are. We see the whole mess again, and he just locks it up once again to keep from getting in the mess of it. Matthew Baker is involved. It just becomes another mess out here on the tri-oval coming out of turn number 4. You see that 74 up there kind of drop down. Squeezes the 15, ends up loose. Everybody tries to check up. They split it there. And then he just ping-pongs around, faces the wrong direction, ends up spinning it back down onto the apron, and more calamity up there in front. Lynch kind of scraping against the outside wall to get around Kenneth McAuliffe. That's where, that's about what it's looking like, Karen Baker's mom. Matt Baker sitting there on pit road right now trying to get some little bit of repair done after that incident. There you see Wesley Lynch sitting about 18th. Mark Morton sitting about 15th now. I certainly hope we don't hit 100 cautions. We don't have enough laps for 100 cautions, but it does certainly feel that way. As we're back under caution once again. Drivers are making it around here. Lap 65 here on the board. Lights still on. Race control busy tonight, along with Fred in that pace machine. See if we get ready to go. Green flag this time by, if we still got another lap. No, we're going green flag this time by. Lap 66 on the board. It'll be lap 67 when we take the green flag. And we're 33 laps to go. I have it come down the backstretch. Kyler Wynn out there running that top lane. Daniel Buckingham running that bottom lane. Ethan Eckert there in third. With Asher Little up there in fourth. What a night of racing we've had. I don't know how many cautions we've had. I know we've had quite a few. Green flag back in the air. Kyler Wynn back out there, dropping to the bottom flag across the starting straight down here through off of turn number 1 they go. They're side by side there for third, and what a bump there from the 4, trying to get the 6 of Asher to move forward as the hole opens up down there on the bottom side. But that gets closed by the 43 of Jacob Wilkinson. Down the backstretch they go. Everybody's trying to roll along there. You're looking at the number 74 of Brian Hennings as the racing half is still going on out front here between Jacob Wilkinson and Asher Little. Ronnie Foster back there in the 18. You got Nathan Harper there in the 4 as they come rolling off of turn number 4 back down here in through the tri-oval. Still battling it out. Got some drivers side by side back here a little farther back in about 13th, 14th. As Malik Ray tries to move that 44 up along the outside lane there. Smith down there on the bottom side in the number 97 as they're on board. Well, now he drops up to the high side, gets in behind Malik Ray. Smith doing a pretty decent job right at the moment, trying to work their way up there towards the front. Getting a pretty decent run down the backstretch here, but everybody dropped down there into that inside lane, so he's going to try to side draft it as they come here off of corner number 4 once again here with Kyler Wynn out front. Everybody single file pretty much all the way up there to front 3 breakaway. Kyler Wynn, Faulkingham and Eckert all break away from the pack back here as they're side by side, maybe about 12th position with Malik Ray out there on the bottom side and up to his outside as Cody Nichols. Everybody rolls along here. We got lap number 69 on the board. Down through the backstretch. The front 3 breaking away as the pack storms on behind them. You got the 26 up there of the Monster Machine of Kenny Harris. And in front of him is Axel Smith. Joshua McCullough back here in the 16 down there along the bottom side with Kenny Harris up there above him. Justin Hollings there in the 13. Mark Morton back here in the 8, trying to get up there, see if he can race it along. Here with 31 laps to go as they storm back down here into corner number 1. Axel ends up a little bit up there on the high side. Or I'm sorry, Axel ends up on the high side, gets shoved to the outside into that outside sucker. Oh, has to drop it on back and drop it back in line in behind that 88 of Brandon Niskorski. Everybody rolls it around there off the corner. Here we go. Single file there. Hang on to it. Don't get too pushy yet. As you got the one out there getting a lap down, that I believe was Garrett Menez falling a lap down here towards the end of this race. 30 laps to go as they storm down here into corner number 1. Side by side here, back in about 5th and 6th position. You got the 4th through 6th position here and more, as they all fight for position. The front 3 broken away as they work here off of 2 down that backstretch. No change up there in that leader formation. It's still Wynn, Faulkingham, and Eckert. As we're looking back here at 4th, 5th, and 6th, and so on. As they're side by side, almost 3 wide. And oh no, we got trouble as the 16 ends up there up into the outside wall. More of them having problems. Mark Morton gets through it. I'm trying to capture who ended up going around. You got Kenny Harris going around there. Wagner gets through. Kenny Harris ends up caught around big time here as they end up there against the outside wall. And he just ends up a victim of circumstances. He kind of checks up. And he's already on the bumper of Lynch. And just ends up into the outside wall. I'm trying to see who that was that ended up into the outside wall there. I want to say it might have been that's the 18 of Ronnie Foster getting spun around there. Sorry for that blinking out there. That's just because of That was the 18 trying to throw a block. Wow. Man. 16 should have gave a little bit more room there from what I'm seeing. Man, what a night here. Yeah, that's the truth there, Heath. They all seem like they're I'm not seeing any teamwork out there, that's for sure. Almost seems like everybody for himself. All right, back under caution, back here at lap number 73. See if we can get a hold of Doogie once again. Good evening, Doogie. Long race here. Doogie, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Long race.
Yeah, it's been a cluster.
We're here in the booth and we're wondering, are people just not wanting to work together, or is it almost looks like a free-for-all out there?
I don't know. I think it's a full moon outside. So, but
I'm sure you and the race control all have your work cut out for you.
yeah, poor old Penguin. He's got it cut out for him. So, but it happens sometimes.
Yeah, it's speedway racing, I know that much. It just seems like everybody's really trying to chase down that. And I've seen this more so in bigger money races. Everybody's really trying to fight to get up there towards the front. But sometimes you need that teammate, and it just doesn't seem like you've got too many willing to work with one another.
Yeah, you've got a few that will, but you know, I don't know what's going on tonight.
Like you said, who knows? Maybe full moon.
Yeah, full moon or something in the beer or liquor or something. I don't know. I mean, it is Speed Week.
This is true. Well, hopefully we can try to end this out here. I know we're coming down to 26 to go.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can try to log some laps here for those watching and try to stay a little cleaner. I don't expect it to stay clean though.
I'll see a couple more happening. I'm gonna try to miss them, hopefully.
Hopefully you can miss them and kind of work your way back up there from, you're sitting in about 22nd right now.
Yeah.
All right, well, good luck, Doogie, as it looks like we're getting ready to go back green flag racing again.
Yep. Yeah, y'all pull old Jeff Scott in there. He ain't racing tonight. Y'all pull him in and talk to him. I think he's sitting down there with Penguin.
He's what?
I think he's sitting down there in the race control with Penguin. You ought to pull him in and talk to him.
Okay. I can't quite do that as I don't have access to race control. All right, out here in front, Malik Ray down there on up there on the outside lane. Daniel Falkingham down there on the inside. You got Logan York back there in third. Kyler Wynn up there on the outside in fourth. As they come back out of four, heading towards that starting stripe. Down here through the start-finish line, I can't honestly answer there, Devin, how many cautions it has been, other than it's been a lot. 26 laps to go. Probably still a couple more cautions left to go, as aggressive as these drivers are being here tonight. Down here through corners 1 and 2. Down here through. Trying to see who's going to get it. That blue gray out there in front, being pushed along by Color Wind, as he did a great job getting down there to the inside. Stacking up there already on the outside, 3 wide. Up there on the outside, that looks to be the 6 of Asher Little down there on the inside. Trying to figure out who's up there on the outside. That's the other 6 machine. Benjamin Elliott back there in the number 23. Matt Baker trying to work his way up there towards the front. And oh no, there it is. There we go. Once again, up there. It's the 40 going around. Now 42, Cody Nagels getting around as we got more coming there through the corner. And once again, problems for some of these drivers as they work there off the start-finish line for the restart. And we're back under caution once again. Now you see the 40 gets loose down there on the bottom side and just come back up across the racetrack. What a move there. Try to see who that is. That was a move up there along the outside lane. Try to see if we can catch who that was. Try to see here. I'm not seeing a 43. But what a move there. Fred on top of it, right as it's happening, he's already got that car in gear and coming out on track. Good evening, Jeff. How's it going?
Pretty good. Just watching up in the booth with the race control.
and
It's
how's
one of
that
those
going?
evenings. It's pretty busy, I'll tell you that much right now. It's by the end of the night, I'm not going to know a number from a letter anymore.
Well, I know we had a question here on our end. Do we know how many cautions it is?
You know, I rightly don't know at this point. I haven't even counted or seen the number yet, but I can definitely find out for you.
Mark Wandell says start giving DQs.
Yeah, I think that's a tough thing to do in a money race still sometimes, but if the driver's definitely being reckless out there.
They're being
sure,
over aggressive almost, and as it winds down, it just seems like it's getting worse and worse.
Yeah, sometimes I think money equals greed equals craziness.
Yeah, well, Doogie wants to know if it's a full moon out tonight.
It might be. It sure might be. Yeah, this is very interesting. It's kind of fun to watch, so I'll tell you that much.
Well, it's definitely interesting. I know we've had a few lead changes up here at the front and getting jostled around quite a bit because you never know who's going to get taken towards the back through these cautions.
Yeah, I'm just, I'm sitting back kind of in a further view, and I'm kind of looking at the mid packs to see, because when it happens, it's going to be in front or back of it, and sometimes it seems like there's two drivers at fault, but boy, it's just hard to see it. And when you do see it, geez, there's so much going on tonight.
Yeah, I would say some of these drivers mid-pack, they're really on the wheel tonight trying to get around the craziness in front of them just to try to keep themselves clean.
Yeah, and another thing too is when you get in these kind of races, your nerves will get to you, and I think after all these cautions, people are not trusting anybody anymore, and that's not helping anything at the moment.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
You will find some of these veteran drivers up here that are together, and they're running okay because they're around each other, but if you watch, if they get behind or anything and they get around someone they don't know, it seems like, caution gets thrown in the wind there, and I don't know. Tonight's just not looking like one of those nights to be comfortable on the track, I guess.
I know there's a few of them sitting here in the chat saying they're glad they.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I wish I was in this race right now.
You wish you were in the race? Because there's a few of them wishing they weren't.
I do. I wish I was.
Yeah, there's a few of them that wishes they weren't at the moment.
It's all about the radio. You listen to the radio and just
Well, I don't know if I want to
Yeah.
be listening to that radio tonight. I mean, it seems pretty cluttered tonight.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to broadcast it, but it sure is fun to tune in.
I'm sure it is. Not only is Race Control trying to combat things on the track, he's trying to get his word in edgewise.
Right? I think if someone leaves this race tonight without incident points, they should be awarded something, or at least get a T-shirt.
Well,
That's the vibes.
I don't know
But
about
it is
incidents, but I do
Saturday,
have
and,
off-track count. Malik Ray's been off track twice tonight. We're going green flag racing once again.
All right. Well, good luck to you, brother, and I'll be back in if you need me.
Alrighty, sounds good, Jeff. You take it easy.
You too.
Down here in the corner, number 1, Malik Ray. Down there on the bottom side, Kyler Wynn up there on the high side. Daniel Falkingham back down there on the inside. And Kyler Wynn there in second. Logan York, I'm sorry, Ethan Eckert, that's who I'm trying to get a hold of. As he's falling back on the high side there. Logan York down there on the inside in that number 02. Ethan Eckert there in fifth. Dylan Jones back here in about 7th. And that 011 as Ethan Eckert drops it down there into the inside lane. Everybody single filing out once again. Here as they roll through the corner. 22 laps to go. As they all single file it out down here through the front stretch. You got the 011 there of Dylan Jones out there stuck on the high side. Looking for an opening, does not have it. As there you see James Wagoner down there on the bottom side. Getting around as here comes the 88 as well. Or 72. Wait a moment. 72. Brandon Hurroff. Mark Morton back here in about 20th. Falling back a couple. He's got the 16 there of Joshua McAuliffe there in front of him. 21 laps to go. Out there in front. Everybody's single file yet as they work here off the corner. Try to see if we can find something exciting. There's Matt Baker. He's up there on the outside lane by himself. Going to cut it down into the inside lane there in front of the 74 of Brian Hennings to keep from losing too many spots. As now that inside lane has to try to gain up spots. As we're here in turn number 1. Here comes Matt Baker once again. Down there on the inside. Everybody single file. Who's going to make the move and win? Everybody single file now. We got the second pack here. They're single file. As now we're back here towards the back. You got the 49 of Gage Clark and others laps down back here towards the back. Now it looks like everybody's kind of settled out for the moment. Everybody just trying to ride out some laps here, getting down. As no, here we go. The outside lane starting to form, being led along by Asher Little. Now Asher, when he jumped up there, cut off the 42 of Nagels. Nagels ends up down there on the inside, trying to fight in there beside Asher, the 2 number 6 cars. Here comes Matt Barker pushing along Asher. Now the 12 of Eckert jumps up in front. They're going to try to get that outside lane moving along. As now here's more jumping up there, and oh no, they're sideways once again, and around they go. Eckert down around through the infield, gets it straight back out. Oh man, what another costly mistake there to bring out yet another caution. Cars scatter every which way. Everybody gets it back in line, but caution is back out for another time here tonight. Let's see if I can get this to come up. I don't know if I'm going to be able to or not. We'll see here. See if it comes up. There's your 13. There's your number of cautions. 13 cautions on the evening. 13 cautions. Wow, 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 that's all I got to say. $18 laps to go. We'll probably go green with about 16 laps to go. Everybody comes down the backstretch. Still single file. Everybody's rolling out. Malik Ray as your leader. Daniel Falkingham there in second. Kyler Wynn back here in third. Baker back here for it. Jacob Woodson back here fifth. Asher Little sitting in sixth. Logan York seventh. Brian Hennings in eighth. Cody Nagels in ninth. Wesley Lynch in 10th. And Nathan Harper back here in 11th. Sean Bugrell there in 12th. James Wagner 13th. Adam Tiller there in 14th. Dylan Jones rounding out 15th spot here tonight. Lights are out, another lap, and then we will be back. Green flag racing. 15 laps to go when we take the green flag. Everybody rolls down the back stretch. Try to see who's down there on the bottom side. I believe that's the 39. Daniel Falkingham. Malik Ray takes the top side for the restart. Lights are off on the pace car. Getting ready to go. Everybody's side by side, unless you're a lap down car, then you're single file back there at the back. Daniel Fogenham here in second. Green flag is out. Malik Ray up there on the outside lane, ready to go across the stripe. Malik Ray out there in front being pushed along by Matt Baker, trying to get up there toward the front and get down there back to the bottom side. And you got Asher there in the third car back on the high side. Backing off of Baker a little bit to try to give a little bit of room to work through the corner. All of a sudden, the 39 of Daniel Fogenham gets left. Now he's going to try to fight back in line as he drops up there to the high side now in front of the 22 of Kyler Wynn as they work down the backstretch here with 15 laps to go into corner number 3. Malik Ray out front. Matthew Baker there in second. Asher there in third. Brian Hennings there fourth. Rounding out the top 5 is Falcon and then side by side coming down the backstretch. Nice start side by side. Everybody still jostling for position. Wesley Lynch now back, dropping down to the inside. There goes Baker. He's going to look to the inside lane in front of the 39 of Falkenham, and he's going to try to take the lead over top of Falkenham, or over top of Ray, which he very well may. But we have another caution on the speedway. This time, Jason Menez back here gets sandwiched in between, ends up checking up and spun around. As caution comes back out once again. Wow. What a night. All right, Malik Ray is in second. Matt Baker there in front, catching the pace car. 13 laps to go. Probably go green with about 10 to go. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagner Welding. Wagner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road. All right, we're back here at the Speedway. Getting ready here for another green flag spot. Caution being brought out by Jason Maines. Kind of getting sandwiched there. Lights are out on, or lights are still on the pace machine. See if they go out this time by Baker down there on the apron, just trying to save a little bit. Wonder if they're getting close on fuel or something.
I see a lot of them hugging that apron coming around here towards the front stretch. Wow, wow, wow. A lot of carnage here tonight. Lights are out, and we will be ready to go when they come across for the green flag. Coming off the corner, getting ready to go back, green flag racing as they work down the backstretch. All right, off of the corner. Fred's going to pull that back down onto pit lane. Hopefully we can keep it there to finish out these last 10 laps. Side by side they are. Matthew Baker out there in front. Malik Ray as the on the outside. Matt Barker down there on the inside, getting a great restart there as he's got the 39 of Daniel Falkingham right behind him as they push along down there on the inside. But here comes Asher in the one of Malik Ray, pulling along on the outside. Baker had to jump up there, going to throw the block on Malik Ray as they work through 1 and 2. Now here comes that bottom side back as now he drops down there to the inside. He's going to catch that bottom side here, going to roll along now as they come down the backstretch. Side by side as everything tries to work out here. Going to be back in front of Malik Ray as they come down here in the corner number 3. Kyler Wynn now in third as they work there off of corner number 3 in the 4 and back out onto the front stretch. Down here through the tri-oval. It's going to be Matthew Barker out front doing what he can. We're going to be at 9 laps to go here as looks like I thought I caught a glimpse of Morton trying to work his way through the middle. And no problems now as the 15 ends up into the outside wall. There goes the 12 of Eckert into the outside wall, spinning around. More drivers in problems. And we're now to 9 laps to go as drivers have problems back here towards the back. Jason Main's involved again. Axel Smith, Gage Clark, Ethan Eckert getting the blunt of that one. As we kind of see the 78 get into the back of Mark Morton, get him turned a little bit, get him loose, then it's just a ping pong effect. Then Morton disappeared, and then all of a sudden there's a wreck in front of him. And he gets through, but problems there for drivers as they try to get on through there. Wow. What a night here. 8 laps to go as we're under caution once again. Oh, I'm sorry. I know it's Baker. I broadcast to Barker as well. I get them confused all the time. Matt Barker there in or Matt Baker. I'm sorry, Matt Baker there in third, as it stands right now. See if we can get with Hennings. Good evening, Brian. How's it going?
Oh, I'm doing all right.
Well, you're sitting in sixth. You're trying to avoid all the carnage that's happening out there. Are you surprised at all this tonight?
Yeah, it's pretty pathetic, man. I didn't think we'd have this many cautions. So, yeah, it's getting frustrating pacing all night.
Well, I know I was talking to Dougie earlier, and or Doogie late earlier, and he said that he's thinking there's a full moon out tonight.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, man. It's just we had that nice first run of like 18 laps, you know, green the whole way, and getting close to maybe that first green flag stop, and it's just been carnage ever since. It sucks.
That's what it seems like. I mean, it does seem tough here tonight.
Yeah. We'll see how it goes. Appreciate you sitting in the booth for this one. I'm sure it's not fun to watch the flag man wave yellow all day.
Yeah, somebody's having fun putting their finger on that yellow button, that's for sure.
So we're up to 44 pace laps. If we keep it up, the pace car will have led the most laps.
How many are we away from that?
It says we're at 44 pace laps right now, so one more will be 45. So yeah, I'm sure it's.
Well, he might be close then with all the lead changes.
Yeah, we'll see.
All the lead changes, the pace car may have led all the laps.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. So glad it's not 200 laps. This 100 is bad enough.
This is true. But hopefully you kind of sneak something out, just try to keep that nose clean the rest of the way.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I hope to at least land a money spot. We'll see how it goes. These restarts are real critical, so it just depends on how that goes.
Well, yeah, it's definitely been a trial one out there tonight for sure.
Yes, it has.
I know these pace laps are kind of nuts for us up here in the booth, but I'm sure it's even more frustrating as a driver.
Yeah, especially when you go to the bathroom. But I have to give a shout out to my daughter right about halfway. Had my daughter jump in during a pace lap and got to use the bathroom, so we're good to go.
Whatever you got to do, right? We're getting back green flag racing here, Brian, here in another lap, so we'll let you go and get back in line there.
Thank you, man. Have a good one.
That's Brian Hennings there, just trying to finish this one out. Six laps to go, 5 laps to go, and we take the green flag. And I think we're going to probably go green-white checker on this one, to be honest. I just have that feeling with as aggressive as these drivers are being all over the track, whether it be up front, in the back, in the middle, it don't matter. It doesn't seem like there's any safe place to be on this Daytona Speedway here tonight for this redneck racing madness money. And it's definitely madness tonight. Now we're working through there. You see Wesley Lynch sitting about 7th. Brian Hennings is sitting there in 6th. I'm sorry, Wesley Lynch sitting in 8th. Jacob Wilkerson sitting in 7th. Baker sitting down there on the bottom side. And you got Malik Ray out there in front. As we get them stacked up down there on the inside, what a great shot by that first 3. As you got Malik Ray getting out there to the top side. Now here comes Matt Baker down there on the inside. In the corner number 1. Who's it going to be as they run through here? 5 laps to go. Looking back through the field, we got Logan York back here in about 9th. There you see Morton back here in about 13th as they come storming down that back stretch side by side down here in corner number 3. Everybody trying to find which lane they want as that inside lane gaining a few more spots. Now Malik Ray dropped down there. Hang on to it, Matt. As you got a little loose down there in Route 3 and into 4 and back out onto the front stretch. We're on board here with Tyler Wynn as he's out front at the moment. Down here across the stripe, fighting off Daniel Falkingham down there on the inside. Malik Ray, outside. Daniel Falkingham's pushing him along. Malik Ray is down there on the inside now in front of Matt Baker. As they work here through turns 1 and 2, back out onto the backstretch. Side by side racing once again. 4 laps to go as we roll it down the backstretch for another time here at Daytona. Brian Henning sitting back there in about 6th. And you got Wesley Lynch back there in about 9th as they roll along here, trying to find the spots they need. Malik Ray out front now as he jumps up in front of the 36 of Kyler Wynn, or 22 rather. That's going to open the bottom side up for Matt as he rolls along the bottom side. Side by side as they are many cars deep, side by side, trying to find out which lane is going to work for Mark Morton now up to 12th. Looking to the outside, and oh no, the 33 of Lynch gets spun around, and somebody else gets it as well, and it is going to be, oh man, the 25 slams the back quarter panel of Lynch as he now comes spinning around. So here we see Lynch is down there in the middle lane. The 32 or 23, whatever that is looking to the outside. As he gets up there. Ends up trying to side draft, just gets too close and ends up hooking the right rear. Lynch spinning them around. Sending somebody else spinning around as well. And Lynch trying to lock it down. And right down into the path of the 25 machine as well. What a tough break there for Shrek and Ghost. We're back under caution. Now we're going to be green flag checker here at the end of this one. Alrighty, 3 laps to go. Alright, there we go. Lights still on. I don't know how there's cars left either. I do know there's a bunch of cars showing damage. We see Ryan Wrecking Ghost there with damage. There's Axel Smith, has damage on his car. Aiden Rainey, somewhere I'm sure, has damage on his. So yeah, there's a few drivers that have damage on the cars. I'm not sure. Oh man, under caution as well. Somebody goes around. That's Justin Hollings there in the 13 machine. Now, I don't know if there's unlimited repairs or not. I'm going to guess probably not, considering there's still damage on quite a few of these drivers. Garrett Maines entering pit road. There's still some damage on that number 1 as well. There you see the 25 of Stricken Ghost. That front end really beating up on that machine. 3 laps to go here for a green-white checker. Unsure how many attempts we have at green-white checker here tonight. As lights are still on the pace machine, we're getting out here trying to see when we're going to go green flag racing once again. Lights are out. We're going to be green flag racing next time. Bye. Blake Ray out front with Matt Baker out there on that front row. You got Kyler Wynn and Asher Little there in the second row. Third row back, that's the 39 of Daniel Falkingham and Jacob Wilkinson. And right behind Wilkinson, you got the 011 of Daniel Jones. As they come here off of corner number 3. Or, sorry, off of 2. I thought we were going into 3. Long pace laps here tonight. I don't know who's at fault for that one there, Lynch. That's right. That's about what I could say too there. It's not my fault. I'm just broadcasting this. As we come out of turn number 4, Fred's going to pull that pace car down on the pit lane. Fingers crossed for the final time tonight. As we come here to the start-finish line, green flags in the air. We're going to get them up to full song and hopefully finish this one out here. Side-by-side racing as they go across the stripe. Malik Ray getting a great restart down there on the inside. Here comes that 22 of Kyler Wynn as you got Matthew Baker up there on the outside. In the middle sandwich there, and what a sandwich that is. As the 6 of Asher and everybody's pushing along as he really can't let off. He can't put much more foot into it as he's stuck there in a good sandwich between the two drivers as they are starting to wiggle and wobble there as they had to back out of it there a little bit as Asher comes down through the backstretch. In the corner number 3 and 4. Hopefully we can keep it together here for another corner. Half a straightaway. Guys, keep it together. Don't push too hard yet. You still got one more lap to go as there is problems back here. Do we keep them going? They say yes as the final lap is out. Here we are watching the leaders come around for a final time here tonight. That's how we got Justin Hollings, Greg Cage Clark back there crashed. Here they come to the start off of 2. Now we're watching the leaders coming off of 2. Now we're watching their off 22 of Kyler Wynn down there on the inside. Trying to push along there on the outside is Malik Ray being pushed along by Baker. As now they come down there in the corner number 3 and 4. That outside lane really trying to push along. That was in middle lane starts. What the? All right, we just watched the 43 just kind of kick out all of a sudden. I'm not sure what happened there. As they are 3 wide for 3rd place. Coming down across that line, it is going to be, looks to be, Malik Ray as your winner. Whoa! Wagner down there in the grass here, finishing this one out tonight. Just waiting for the final results here to come in. Malik Ray takes home the win. And if I heard correctly, somewhere around 480 tonight. Matt Baker finishing the night in 5th. If I'm looking at this right, we'll get our actual count right now. Malik Ray is your winner. Here is Kyler Wynn in 2nd. Daniel Falkingham there in 3rd. Cody Nichols there 4th. Matthew Baker there in 5th. Brian Hennings there 6th. Dylan Jones there in 7th. Asher Little in 8th. Nathan Harper there 9th. James Wagner in 10th. Jacob Wilkinson there in 11th. Mark Morton there 12th. Sean Corbett in 13th. James Maines there in Jason Maines there in 14th. Kenneth McAuliffe Jr. there in 15th. Brandon Haroff in 16th. Brandon there in 17th. Logan York 18th. Axel Smith there 19th. Ryan Schreckenghost there in 20th. And 21st, Cage Clark, Hayden Rainey in 22nd. Justin Hollings brings home 23rd. Garrett Maines there in 24th. Josh Cambrone there in 25th. Wesley Lynch 26th. Joshua McAuliffe there in 27th. Sean Truwell there in 28th. Benjamin Elliott there in 29th. Ethan Eckert finishes tonight in 30th. 31st, we'll go to Adam. 32nd goes to Ronnie Foster. Kenny Harris there in 33rd. Christopher McAuliffe there in 34th. Jordan Tasby there in 35th. 36th goes to Charles O'Hauser. Sterling Thies there in 37th. Justin Melikar there in 38th. Ambrose Knoble there in 39th. Mike George there in 40th. And John Darnell III there in 41st. That is your finishing order here tonight. What a night it was for these race drivers here tonight. See if we got anybody around here. Daniel Falkingham, yes. Good evening, Daniel. It's Adam here in the booth. How are you doing tonight?
Hey, how we doing, fellas?
I'm doing pretty well. How's it? And you came home with 3rd place, and gonna be bringing home some money tonight. I'm not unsure what the totals were. I think I heard like 300 3rd place, but I could be wrong on that.
Yeah, there was something around there. I'm just glad I finished where I deserved. I felt like, because, like I said, I tried to keep myself up front out of the monstrosity of the whole race. That was definitely one of the worst races we've had in a long time. But at the end of the day, we still finished up front where it matters. And yeah, I got wild at the end, but it was crazy the whole race, playing around with fuel and all that. But all the cautions definitely just killed all the momentum the race was having at the start. So wish we could have cleaned it up a little bit, but we got a top 3, got a good payday, and we'll take it.
Well, it definitely was crazy to try to get to the finish. I will say that. But yeah, up front, it seemed like pretty good racing all night long.
Yeah, like when we had green flag racing, like the racing was actually really good. I mean, as you saw at the start, where we were all trying to like break away, because like with the updated package, where it's very easy to like have a single file line break away from an entire pack, and we did that at the start. Just unfortunately, we couldn't get any sort of like green flag pit stops to really like break up the field and really have strategy come into it. But you'll get those races, like I said. But at least we got to have a clean finish with like the 5 or 6 of us that were up front at the end. All of them almost blew up on the last lap. My water was blinking red going in down middle to back into turn 3. So I'm surprised it even made it the whole way there, pushing Kyle all the way to the end. I tried my best to push him there, but he played it well. Juju's Malik and them. It was a good race up there up front. I'm just glad we had a clean finish.
Most definitely, it was a great race there toward at the end. Wasn't sure if it was going to be at there for a moment, as we had a wreck coming out of 4 there with coming to the white flag. So just wasn't sure if we were going to have any. Wasn't sure if we were going to have another caution flag or not, but they allowed it to go green and finish out.
Yeah, at least I'm glad. I don't know what was going on. I was just focused on just trying to push Kyler and just focus on the guys up front, because like, we were all in the money spots and we were all trying to get that win there. So I didn't care what was happening behind me. I was just all focused on what was around me and in front of me, trying to win the race. It wasn't quite enough, but like I said, we still came out with the top 3 after what was a pretty messy race. But at the end of the day, we finished in the money spots, and that's all that matters.
Alrighty, Daniel. Well, congrats on that third place tonight. You got any sponsors or shout outs you want to give before we let you go?
Yeah, shout out to Wagner and everyone who put this deal on tonight. Definitely fun, like you said. It wasn't one of our greatest races, but you'll have that sometimes. But still appreciate Wagner putting this stuff on. Shout out to everyone coming on race, make these races possible. Shout out to the admins. Shout out to you for broadcasting. I know this was probably a tough one to sit through over 2 hours, but sure the broadcast was still great. So appreciate you broadcasting. Shout out to Malik on the win. Shout out to Six Karma. No, shout out to everyone watching. Thank you.
All righty. Well, you have yourself a great night, Daniel, and congrats on that third place finish.
Thanks, buddy. Have a good one.
All righty. Here joining me now is Kyler Wynn. You got your. You can hear me okay?
Yeah, I got you.
All righty. You come home with second place tonight, bringing that number 36/22, as I'll call it, here to into the podium position tonight.
Yeah, definitely an eventful race. Like Dan said, not one of our best, but I'm glad we finished it clean up there, up front, or mostly clean. I'm honestly shocked I was able to have that much speed. I got turned at the end of a yellow. The last yellow I got turned, went into the wall, got some wheel damage, more front end damage. The car was completely mangled. I did not know it had that much speed, but fortunately Dan got hooked up with me and never lifted. That was enough to get going. And we just came up just short there of the win, but either way, I'll take it.
Yeah, I think during one of our caution breaks there, we were talking to a driver or somebody there, and we're thinking that the pace car gets the award for most laps led tonight.
Oh yeah, for sure. That was not one of our best races, like I said. But either way, a great event. Thank you for putting this on, James Wagner and everybody involved. Thank you for broadcasting. that must have been it was a long night.
Oh, it definitely was a long night, but it is what it is. It's Speedway. You're looking at Speedway racing, and it's always hit and miss what type of racing you're going to get.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Are there any other shout outs or things you want to give here tonight?
Not really. Just a shout out to Dan there at the end for staying with me and staying committed. He's definitely a big part of why I finished up there. And Malik, great teammate to have.
Alrighty, well, you enjoy that second place, and hopefully we'll see you in future races around here.
Oh yeah, you definitely will.
Alrighty, have yourself a great night there, Kyler.
Yeah, you too.
All right, that was Kyler Wynn. They're finishing the night in second. Malik Ray, can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. You must be doing really well sitting out there in victory lane.
Yeah, man, it feels pretty good, man. I'm happy to be back a part of the series and whatnot.
Well, kind of take us through your night. I know there was kind of ups and downs to everybody's night. I didn't know how your night was going. It seemed to go okay.
Yeah, it went pretty decently after the halfway mark. I just knew that I had to keep track position after the halfway point, and I was able to work with Kyler and Dan and Baker there at the end of the race, and it was able to, help us all stay up front. So I appreciate everybody and their effort, especially Baker's there at the end, because he could have hung me out, but he chose not to. So I appreciate him doing that.
I know there was a few of them. It was definitely a battle coming to the line, and what a great night. It seems like for a few of you drivers up front.
Hey, Malik. Is Malik here? I'm sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, Malik's here.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but we need you up in the driver's meeting as soon as you can.
Alrighty, so sounds like you're being called to something. So real quick before you go, you have any sponsors or shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, James Wagner at Wagner's Welding, and you guys for broadcasting. I appreciate it. And Baker for pushing me. I appreciate him too.
Alrighty, well, it sounds like you got a place to be here. Enjoy that victory here tonight.
Yes, sir. See you later, man.
All right, that was Malik Ray here in Victory Lane, winning the pot here tonight for this Madness Money race with Roughneck Racing. And what a night of madness it was. So thank you all for who continued to tune in and stuck with me here tonight. I know it was a long one. I know for me personally it was pretty long as well. So, but again, congrats to our top finishers here tonight of Ray, Wynn, and Falkingham. And thank you all again for tuning in and staying with us here at Flicker Farm TV. You all have a wonderful night and enjoy what's left of the evening.
Roughneck Racing would like to thank our sponsor, Wagner Welding. Wagner Welding is a family-owned and operated business located in North Wilkesboro, North Carolina. They specialize in custom-built truck beds and framework of all types. You can reach them at 336-670-3427 or visit the shop located at 446 DeHart Church Road.